It's me, Nick, reporting for duty. If you want to smell me, smell on my booty. I got an email from Madhu Parna. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. All right, I found this page at 3 in the morning and I really want you to make a video on it. I did some digging on the guy and I'll link some more relevant stuff. It's called www.vampirewebsite.net. Very specific. I like that. Imagine if every website was that transparent about what they are. There's some right-wing stand-up joke there. Then Twitter would be called fake news website.net / fake coronavirus anyways, I want to become a vampire. Ah! Who doesn't like vampires? I'm asking. Guards? Shoot them. Vampirewebsite.net. It's an awesome website. We have this crazy little eye thing. Right away, get turned into a vampire. That's what I like. Vampires aren't immune to the coronavirus. I love that. Is it because they don't have any blood in them? That makes sense. I'm not here to dispel any myths. I agree. Vampires should not be able to get the coronavirus. And that's the main reason why I want to become one, is because I don't want the virus. So I want to live forever and have no blood and only be able to eat and drink blood. How do I get turned into a vampire is answered on this page. That is why this page will tell you how to get turned into a vampire. This is also referred as being changed into a real vampire. Only a real vampire can turn you into a vampire. Regardless of what some people and websites claim, being a vampire is a physical / medical thing. No spell or ritual or non-vampire can turn you into a vampire. I have to disagree with that. If I go to Etsy.com and search up vampire spell, for $2, you can become the strongest vampire. This spell allows you to transform yourself into a powerful vampire. Shout out to Jordan Adika's video with Jarvis about how Etsy is selling all of these magic spells to, kill people and turn them into lovers. It's weird, but that's how I know about this. Very fast, 5 stars. Just did the spell, waiting for the results. We'll keep you updated. Had a question. The spell says the candle must be left in the moonlight. Is it okay if I do the spell during the day and then leave the candle out overnight where the moonlight will shine? 5 stars. Great seller, very informative. Can't wait for the results. 5 stars. Easy and entry-level task. 4 stars. Not so sure if I have to do this anymore. I'm already a vampire. I use a spell that helped vampires walk in daylight, but thank you. I did use it. It would work. If I did use it, it would work. Why did you buy it then? The whole Etsy, whatever you call it, rabbit hole is a whole different beast. The beast we're talking about today is vampires. An important thing to know is that the self-declared energy vampires aren't real vampires and they can't turn you into real vampires. Let me click that link. This is the truth about energy vampires. I never heard of them, so I'm gonna just leave that. To get turned into a vampire, you need to do a simple exchange of blood with a vampire, even just a 1/4 teaspoon, whoa, like a vampire, of blood is more than enough blood to turn you into a vampire. Unlike how this is portrayed in the movies, there's no need to drain someone to their blood to the point of death when turning them into a vampire. Any person that claims they're a real vampire and says that they have to drain you to the point of death to turn you into a vampire is a poser and should be avoided. As is already commonly believed, when a vampire turns you into a vampire, the vampire must receive the normal person's blood first. This exchange of blood can be done orally. Afterwards, the normal person must receive the vampire's blood. They can do this orally as well. This is the only way that you can get turned into a vampire. This is possible because being a vampire and the ability for you to get turned into a vampire is caused by an endogenous retrovirus. Go to that page to learn more about it. Due to me never wanting someone to ask, how do I get turned into a vampire again? I'm going to list the steps on how to get turned into a vampire below. If you still can't get turned into a vampire after reading this page, then that's your problem and not mine. Wow. Tell it like it is. Let's become a vampire. Step number 1. Maybe you already are a vampire. I know that's not true. Read this page to know if you're already a vampire. Number 1, do you have unusually pale skin? No. Number 2, have you ever been told by professionals that you're lucky you survived an accident with only a screw failure? No. Are you naturally strong, magic, and no? As a kid, were you the strongest, smartest, or quickest kid in the class? And at around 16 years of age, maybe all 3? No. Did your dad disappear from your life? No. Do people often tell you that you look very young for your age? No. Sometimes. Not a lot, but yeah. A lot of people think I'm like 16. So that's 1. Are you extremely energetic at night, but when the sun comes up, you're extremely tired? Yes. Are you slightly quicker healer than most? No. Do you have unusually high tolerance to alcohol? No. Do you tend to switch between very social and antisocial frequently? No. Do you tend to get high from human blood? No. Imagine if I was just like, yeah, actually, that's funny that you say that. I do tend to get high from human blood. I drink it all the time. Are you sensitive to light or the heat from light? No. Is your bedroom the coldest, darkest room in the house? At night, yeah. So that's 3. According to multiple news articles easily found online, older adults can't hear this sound. So far, I haven't found someone over 36 who is a non-vamp that can. Click to try to hear it. Warning, if you can hear it, it must be loud. But if I hear it, I'm a vampire. I can hear it. Okay, that's 4. A legitimate vampire is able to safely digest more than 600% the daily recommended. I don't eat that much iron. Let's just skip to the end because I barely have any of these. Having only half of the traits listed does not make you a half vampire. It makes you nothing special. The only difference between a real vampire and a normal human is 1 endogenous retrovirus, making it impossible to be a half vampire. The difference between a normal human and ape is 3 endogenous retroviruses, making it more likely for someone to be half ape for them to be a half vampire. It is impossible to be a half vampire. Anyone that thinks otherwise is a total idiot. Okay, so what's the consensus here? All real vampires have at least 85% of them. When I did half of it, I think I had about 20%. So I'm not a vampire. I've tested myself. Next, in order for you to see how to get turned into a vampire, first you have to know how to find a real vampire. I don't want to know that. I want to know how to be a vampire. Most vampires don't even know that they're a vampire. Even if they don't know they're a vampire, they can get turned into a vampire by vampires. The number of times they say vampire, how many times? I'm going to guess just on this first page of how to get turned into a vampire. I'm going to guess 60. 103. Number 3, vampires are everywhere. You don't have to go to a specific place. New Zealand, I know, has a lot, though. 4, if you tell people the truth about vampires, a vampire will eventually find you, and mentioning this website will help eliminate fake vampires. Whoa. So you can be like, yo, I went to vampirewebsite.net, and they'll be like, whoa, sorry. Yeah, I didn't know you were a real vampire. When approaching a vampire, it is a good idea to keep a bit discreet. Keep in mind, most vampires don't know that they're a vampire. Okay, so far, this is about how to become a vampire, right? So far, I haven't really learned. 6, most people claim to be a vampire and they're not. Okay, how do I become one, though? I just have to go find a vampire? Is that what it is? And trade blood with them? I just want to go to vampire jokes. Okay, I'm gonna guess the answers to the jokes. What does a vampire dream of all the time? I don't know. Something warm, hot, and juicy. I don't get that one. What's the joke there? Is there like a play on words? There was once a vampire named Mabel whose period was notoriously stable. So one night in June, she sat with a spoon. You're lucky I'm not ending the video over that. Lawyers versus vampires. What's the difference between a lawyer and a vampire? A vampire doesn't lie or something. That might be like something about vampires. Like, oh, vampires can't tell a lie. And it might be a joke about how lawyers lie. A vampire only sucks blood at night. Because lawyers are blood suckers. Because they prey on people. Have you ever been able to keep a straight face around someone who tried to say foolish mortal with fangs in? It's much more like foolish mortal. About as mysterious and threatening as Sylvester the cat. Looney Tunes LARP, anyone? I guess that's like a joke, but it's not really what I expected. That was more of like a stand-up joke, not like... That would be like a stand-up joke for a vampire that's at a stand-up comedy place. What's the new code? Is this going to be how you talk to vampires? Whenever someone directly asks you if you're a real vampire, always say yes in the same way and tone they asked you. If they jokingly asked you, then jokingly say yes. If they yell the question at you, then yell it at them when you say yes. If they sound serious, say yes in a serious tone. Because to deny what you are is to deny who you are. And to deny who you are is to deny that you exist. And to deny that you exist is to deny that any of us exist. That's a tongue twister. Because to deny what you are is to deny who you are. And to deny who you are is to deny that you exist. And to deny that you exist is to deny that any of us exist. Only acquire blood with a donor's permission, never by force or against any person's wishes. See, I like that. Even when you're a vampire, consent is always the priority. How to get blood. Number 1, human, real vampire. Tastes like human blood, but much stronger and fuller. Just plain and simple, more to it. Human, energy workers. Tastes like human blood, but sweeter, kind of like a pomegranate. I like pomegranates. Human, tastes like human blood. The best way to get willing donor for human blood is to find an emo. Lamb, tastes like human blood but milder. Pig, not safe. Why would you put pig at number 5 if it's not safe? Half of these say not safe. Duck blood soup. Ooh, there's a nice recipe here. Vampire friendly bars/clubs. Ooh, okay. So I live in Illinois, so I'm gonna go to Illinois. Let's see what they've got in Chicago. Exit, Chicago, Illinois. 9 p.m. to 4 a.m. Sunday to Friday, or Nocturna, last Saturday of every month. The club's DJ's name is Scary Lady Sarah. Nocturna. Current and classic goth, industrial, post-punk, darkwave, and more. DJ Scary Lady Sarah. Awake We Dream. They do have a Black Lives Matter thing as their post, so. Rock on. Anyways, guys, I got you again. I'm a vampire. I think I figured out all I need to know about vampires. If you want me to look more into the vampire stuff, freaking hit that like button. Usually when I react to stuff that isn't videos, people don't like it. But if people like this, I had fun shooting this. I think it was really funny. So let me know what you think. And if you're looking for more vampire related things, watch one of my favorite movies, What We Do in the Shadows. It is a hilarious movie and you will like watching it. Also, there's new episodes of Nick is Not Gaming out. We are continually uploading new episodes and I'm having a freaking fun time. I'm going to start some more new series. So stay tuned. Freaking stay tuned. All right, everybody.